So you've changed my workstation?
It was a messy workstation.
Well, I'd been busy.
I noticed. You'd created time capsule from this room. I always knew you were clever. Why did you run?
I needed to get away.
Why?
Because of what you've done to me?
You mean myself and Father Shaw?
Your offspring, yes.
You don't realize what's at stake here.
Nothing's at stake, Master. Life moves on. I've seen my own universe in peril. Why would I want to wipe out half of everything?
Your voice down, Veritas!
Please, help me understand. Do enlighten me here. To put it plainly, why is this even a plan?
All right. With the Enlightenment, not only will Father Shaw's investments be secured, but full control over the universe will be possible with the Fatherhood.
So this is all about helping your son? I never knew you cared.
I did send him away from the Time War for a reason.
So what happens now? You take me back to the Fatherhood? Or will I need to fight for my freedom?
No, nothing like that.
Oh?
That rip in space-time you created is unstable. See here? I performed a simulation of your plan. It just about works, providing there were no issues with your return. But it was foreseen that upon your arrival into this universe, the time capsule would break apart.
Oh, I see.
I assume there were no complications when you made your return.
There may have been a shockwave.
A shockwave?
Of paradoxal inhibitors?
Excuse me?
Get your hands off me!
You broke the containment of paradoxial inhibitors on your way out?
Yes! The Daleks of my universe had put one around the Earth.
Fool! That would be enough to reopen the crack on the other side. You're basically telling me that the shockwave will reach this universe.
An inhibitor?
A paradoxal inhibitor.
I see. You say that will change the planet, even our galaxy.
I do. If we do not contain the rip in space-time, we will begin to see elements of our world alter in unknown ways.
How long do we have?
I'd say around 12 hours.
So long. This is a shockwave after all.
Well, myself and Katie did close the crack behind us once we entered it to come back home, but the paradoxal inhibitors would have reopened the wound over time. Taking into account the time difference between universes, also, the shockwave would be travelling slower. We calculated 12 hours.
I see. Do you have the universal base code?
No,
I do. Yes.
You do?
Of course. Professor Lewis told me of your work. I was able to calculate our own universal base code.
Well, now that you have it, we can try to rebuild the capsule.
And send it up there? What would it do?
We would need a pilot.
Precisely, that wouldn't be coming back. I've asked around for our best pilots.
No need.
What?
I'll do it.
Verghese, you can't.
I agree. I must protest.
Listen to me. It's got something to do with what Colonel Stevenson told me.
Which was?
Professor, could you get into contact with the Colonel, please?
Will we be requiring his help?
Yes. I need a video file from him.
You're still here. It's quite late.
You sound like Professor Lewis. Time Lords don't need sleep.
I can't allow you to go up there. You're too important.
Thank you for the sentiment, but it may appear that I already have.
What do you mean?
Watch this.
Right. If you're watching this, then you've been able to reactivate the TARDIS. This is the Doctor speaking, and, I'm going to my death. Never mind the details, it's not something I really want to get into right now, however, you need to know what I'm about to do will open a small crack between universes. It will leave this universe open to danger, and I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. But you'll have to fix this. I have to go.
What was that?
Me. From the future. talking to myself.
But I don't understand. You're on the capsule that we're currently building downstairs. So why are you warning us of another crack in time?
You see, Master, when I say it's to myself, it's to the parallel doctor that you killed, my ninth incarnation.
Him?
Indeed. When I first arrived, the TARDIS that belongs to the doctor of this universe held a message directed to me.
But that time would be in a flux now. That timeline is erased.
Yet the recording exists.
This is the final piece.
What do you mean?
You need to send the message and then pilot the capsule into the crack in time, thus closing yourself off from the universe and completing the time loop that you created by coming here.
It all makes sense now. This is where it ends.
You okay?
I am well, Miss Hart. How are you?
Yeah, the frame and the structure is almost complete. Professor Yaris will be wiring it up soon. Will you be assisting him?
I don't think I shall. Can we go somewhere?
It's quite late to go out.
Please.
Okay.
London was always better admired when it was quiet.
I suppose. Providing there aren't any dodgy people about.
I suppose not.
Is everything all right?
Sort of. I'll be flying tomorrow.
You can't, Verghese. Please don't.
I must. Myself and the Professor Yaris found this out last night.
What did you find out?
Colonel Stevenson recognized me when we went to the Belfast Woods, Katie. He knew me. He told me privately that there was a message he received in 2015 and that I had sent it.
What did the message say?
It was a video message of me from tomorrow, sent back through time in a continuous time loop.
How does that work?
Well, I imagine that when I successfully close the crack tomorrow, I'll send the message out, and it'll reverb back through to the beginning of the crack.
How can you be sure?
I wouldn't know this if it hadn't already happened, and it will need to happen tomorrow in order to happen in 2015.
Well, yeah.
It's a tough dilemma, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know if you'll survive?
No, that part is uncertain, which is why I wanted to talk.
You know me from another life, that sort of thing.
Not just that. I wanted to tell you about me. I mean the real me.
Oh, I see. You need someone to talk to. That's totally fine. Go ahead.
Well, my name isn't Verghese for starts, but you know that anyway. Haven't told anyone my real name, and I don't think I ever will. But I've gone under many names before.
Veritas, right?
Well, that is what I'm currently calling myself, yes. I used to be known as the Doctor. I used to travel through time and space with friends. I'd meet on my travels. I'd help out where I could.
Why did you stop?
Too many losses. All of my friends died. I can usually deal with this because as a time traveller, my friends are dead in the future and aren't born in the past, but...
They were killed.
Yes. 2 friends. Henry Woodman and yourself. Another life. That's my primary reason for coming here. I needed to know if you were alive.
And your other friend?
Henry? Yeah, he lived. You see, this isn't my universe. There's another doctor out there somewhere, travelling through the stars. Henry is with him now.
Oh, right. I see.
I may not agree with what the Doctor represents anymore, but Henry is alive and continuing those travels. And honestly, I'm happy for him. He deserves it.
Yeah. I agree.
My problem is that... Well... I don't see myself right now as either Veritas or the Doctor. I don't know who I am. I'm trapped in some kind of limbo between them. And I'm so confused. I don't know what to do.
Then don't try to be either. Be whatever you need to be. You don't need to name yourself.
I suppose you have a point.
I know I do.
Midnight.
Come on, tomorrow's a big day.
Fatherhood of the sons. Uh-oh.
Already thought of that?
You blocked it.
I did. It's time to go, Veritas.
Won't let me know how it all turns out.
I don't even know what happens, but all I know is, if you survive this, we need your help with the Enlightenment.
I don't know if I'm that man anymore.
You're thinking of returning to your old title?
No. But, I don't know if Veritas is appropriate for me anymore.
Very well. Either way, good luck.
Thank you. And good luck to you too.
Perfect. All ready. How much time is on the clock?
An hour.
What on earth?
Do you know what's going on?
Let me check. Small elements of the shockwave. Oh no, they're making their way through!
I'm using my ship to push back against the temporal alterations. You must go, now!
Very well.
You don't want a spacesuit?
I won't need one where I'm going. Professor, I just want to say, it was lovely meeting you. Thank you for trusting me in this project.
You are most welcome, and thank you, Verghese.
Miss Hart, Katie, thank you for these last few days.
Or a few weeks, depending on how you see it.
But thank you, though. You've helped this cynical man see the light.
Get on with it!
Oh, I should have known you'd ruin the moment. Typical.
We're running out of time!
Oh, very well then. Goodbye. All of you.
You know him, don't you?
Very observant, Miss Hart. Now, I must be going. I have to save him.
Then you shall return, Professor Yaris.
My name is not Professor Yaris. My name is the Master.
What on earth has been going on here?
Same question I was just about to ask.
Exiting the atmosphere with little resistance. Now time to send that message. Right then. Here we go. I sounded a bit different, so put on a voice, I guess. I don't know. Hello. If you're watching this, then you've been able to reactivate the TARDIS. And this is the Doctor speaking, and, well, I'm going to my death. Never mind the details, it's not exactly something I want to get into right now. However, you need to know what I'm about to do will open a small crack between universes. It will leave this universe open to danger, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But you'll have to fix this. I have to go. Oh, that was annoying. Now, time to send that off. Done. All ends tied. All but one. Just a few more seconds.
It's the end.
I thought you were better than that.
Who? All of you? Me.
You are not the Doctor.
There's always a better way.
You're right. I'm not the Doctor. But I can be something better. Something new.
What do you need me to do?
I just need you all here with me. I just need support. You're right. This is the end.
And the moment has been prepared for.
Oh. What happened?
Well, I saved you, obviously.
What about the capsule?
It's done. What it was always intended to do.
So it's done.
It is. You are free from the time loop, Veritas. Free to make your own way.
And yet I have the funniest feeling that you're taking me back to the fatherhood.
That I am. A mere 2 minutes after my departure. Please, I implore you to stay at the fatherhood. Consider what you want to do.
Lovely view.
Quite. Have you settled in?
Yes, somewhat. These past few days have given me time to think.
You're not staying.
Actually, I am. I couldn't go anywhere else. You say that the Doctor has been making hostile moves to your investments.
He has.
Then I shall help you get back at the Doctor for this. But only on one condition.
Go on.
Katie Hart. She's a scientist from Earth in the early 21st century. She will not be harmed in the Enlightenment. Or at all.
She sounds special to you. My father mentioned that he found you on Earth at that time period.
She's a good friend. She doesn't deserve any more pain in her life.
I see. Very well. She will be safe.
Good. Thank you.
You are very welcome, Veritas.
What do we do now?
The Doctor is currently at the Galactic Federation in the 45th Center, fighting Daleks of all things. We need to capture people of relevance to him.
Understandable, but knowing the Doctor like I do, obviously, he will attempt to change the timeline to save his friends. I shall be waiting for him when he attempts this.
I'm very glad to have you on our side. You are very important. The Master mentioned you were conflicted.
I am. I was. I have changed. But my hatred for the Doctor has not. Thus we went on to try and stop this devil. I tried to trick him, but this man is more powerful than all of us. The fatherhood I followed was disbanded, and I found myself here.
What of the woman?
Katie, I don't quite know.
Oh, wise Veritas. I and the guards do worry about these stories.
Why ever so?
We fear that he will return.
Oh, yes. Don't be mistaken, gentlemen. He shall return. Any day now.
How can you know?
I know because I am Veritas.
Yes, my lord.
Be vigilant, men. The sounds of his devilish screams will rain through thee.
My lord?
Well, well, well. Speak of the devil himself, and he is here. Call to arms! The Doctor has arrived.